Good morning, everybody. And I am in both places at the same time. This is the first time I do this. I am in Facebook here and I am in Instagram here. So good morning, both words. And if you see me looking in a different angle, it's because I am doing live in both places at the same time. This is just an experiment, first time I do it, so please bear with me. This is Leticia from Dancing Crowns doing the card of the day. If you see this video in my Dancing Crowns Psychic Crystal Healing and Jewelry page in Facebook, if someone can please share it to my main page, because I'm not going to be able to do it from my laptop. Actually, let me give it a try and see if I can open another tab and share my live from here. Let me see if I can do this. I am stepping out of the camera in Facebook for a moment and see if I can post this in my own page. Here we go. I don't know if it's gonna work. It just shows the map though. No, let me delete that. So people bear with me because I am trying to share my live video from my page because I cannot share it from my page to you. Let me see if there is a sharing. No. I cannot see it. So, ¿tú crees que puedes darle share al video de mi página? Okay, so somebody else is gonna share it for me in my main page, because for some reason Facebook does not let me do a share from my psychic page to my main profile. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. And again, let's start from scratch so I can focus in what we are going to do today. This is Leticia from Dancing Crowns, live in both places at the same time, Facebook and Instagram. So if you see me looking into different directions, it's because I have two different audiences. And we are going to be talking about my card of the day and the crystal of the day. And let me see if I can share it in Instagram real quick. And yep, while I'm doing that, I am going to tell you that this morning I shuffled the cards and the amethyst was the one that came out, and I'm going to be talking about it in a moment. So this is the card of the day, and let me show it to the people in Facebook first. Okay, here. Angles are weird when you are live. It's like mirroring yourself. It's like me when I was teaching Zumba fitness before that the people had to mirror me. And here for the people on Instagram, this is my card and crystal of the day is amethyst. And before I talk about the card of the day, I want to let you know that it is great that the amethyst is the one that came out after I shuffled the cards this morning, because it is part of the crystals that I am recommending in my next article that I'm writing for Rock Metaphysical, which is an online magazine. And I write every month about different things. The last 2 months, I interview people. I interview for the month of April. If you go there right now, you're going to see the interview for Ciro Marchetti, who is a great designer for tarot cards. And previous month, I actually interviewed one of the best authors and mentors, teacher, magician, tarot reader, an expert in the material of tarot, Marcus Katz, in the UK. So um, you want to go there and to rockmetaphysical.com and read not only my articles, but there are a lot of other authors that can also write for that magazine online, and it's wonderful because you're going to see a variety of expertises and a lot of variety of themes that are very interesting in the metaphysical world. You will always learn something with each of us, the writer who contribute to that magazine. And you don't have to pay for reading Rock Metaphysical. Is free and is online. So right now, everything is virtual because we are recording this through the moment that the pandemic of coronavirus, COVID-19, is going on. So this is one more thing that you can do during your lockdown is share time with other people virtually, or also learn new things yourself. And reading Rock Metaphysical is one of the great things that you can do. There are some blogs that I also write in my website, dancingcrownspsychic.com. And I am going to put a new recipe there today, later on. It's a ramen a la boricua. You're going to see it later in my blog. So you can also go there to my blog in my website and read some nice articles. Now, going back to the card of the day, after I did my couple of announcements that I wanted to say. So the amethyst is the one that came out after I shuffle my cards. And here for the people in Instagram. And I'm just going to first read the message directly from the card, and then I am going to tell you also my interpretation when I see amethyst, when I hold it, and when I see this card coming up in a reading. Um, and it says revealing your true self. So it talks about as you allow others to know the real you, you feel loved for who you truly are. And sometimes we want to be a different person. We want to be somebody else in certain occasions. And sometimes we only show ourselves to certain people. But it's not our fault that we want to do that in a daily basis, because sometimes, for example, if you have a daily job like I have, I cannot be my true self there all the time because I have to follow certain policies, certain procedures, certain regulations. And it's not that I want to be fake, but I just cannot be myself constantly because I'm going to get in trouble if I am. So I have to get into a role of me doing the job I do there without getting in details right now, and playing along that role in order for me to survive my work day, right? Or to actually be able to enjoy, in quotation marks, my work day without getting in trouble and without causing any issues or conflict of interest, right? Um, so if it would have been myself, I would have been reading tarot for everybody there, or talking about crystal healing all day long in there, or trying to do crystal healing for people with issues at work and stuff like that. But I cannot do that because it's gonna be a conflict of interest. So, in my lunchtime, if my friends that eat lunch with me ask me about it, then I'm in my lunchtime and I talk about it. But otherwise, I have to contain myself and be somebody else when I am at work. So that's one of the things that we have to deal with in a daily basis, for example, right? Um, if you are in a public place right now and you see a friend of yours in a grocery shopping, you want to be yourself and you want to say hi and hug and kiss that person maybe, but you can't because the situation we are right now is keeping us distant from that person. We have to maintain a certain amount of space between that person and the other person, so you cannot be yourself. You cannot be your true self. You are yourself in your personality. Yes, you're probably gonna say hi from the distance, but you cannot be yourself because you're not gonna be able to actually express your friendship, your truly friendship, to that person in that moment because of what's going on. So when we talk about revealing your true self, there are many ways that we can do that in the situation that we are right now, right? And my card of the day is not an individual tarot reading. It's more for meditating. It's more for healing. It's more for giving you a tool to think about. So again, this is not like a traditional reading that I do with the card of the day and the crystal of the day, which I combine both of them together because it's a perfect way of starting a day, to my opinion. And it gives you something to think about throughout the day and sometimes throughout the week, because maybe this is your favorite card of the day, your favorite crystal. Maybe you identify with amethyst because it's your birthday stone. So we already talked about how we cannot be our truly selves in some situations, but let's talk about how we can heal that and we can be our truly self during this situation, which is the challenging part of this, right? So the amethyst is a crystal that heals. It's one of the master healers in the crystal world. And this is why it is great to use amethyst through this moment as a holistic alternative for you to show a little bit of your true self, and also to heal about those moments where you cannot be your truly self, right? And this is where this is a moment where I say I love self crystal healing. I love to have crystals for comforting me, and I love the energy of the crystals to assist and complement my own energy, so my own energy does not get um, broken, does not get in a very low vibration, and it keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. At the same time, it helps me relax. So crystals do a lot of great things for you. And let me tell you, since Babylonian times, there are crystal stories that people, or for example, a god will be walking out of a battle with a red stone between the lips because they were using that stone for as a form of protection. So crystals and stones have been used in numerous times in the story of this planet for different purposes. From a piece of jewelry, like for example, the one I have, I made it for myself because it has a tarot charm. See, it looks like a tarot card right there, and it says tarot. I don't know if you can see it in the camera because I know those cameras are not the best. My laptop, my cell phone, they don't have the best cameras. But yeah, I did this with an astrophyllite. I used rhodonite in here. I used strawberry quartz. So I used a series of stones and crystals for my necklace because they have a purpose on why I made this necklace with these crystals, right? And one of them is because of the connection as a psychic with the tarot when I'm reading the cards and all that. So the same way I'm using these crystals in my necklace that I made for myself, the same way people have been using crystals in the history of the world for many different purposes, including protection, including healing, including decoration, in numerous reasons. So this is why amethyst come in place, and amethyst is one of the most famous crystals that people have been used around the globe. Greeks used to exchange crystals as a form of engagement when they were going to get married. Instead of exchanging a diamond, they were going to exchange an amethyst. Also, the amethyst was used for preventing getting drunk. So I actually have people, some of my clients who has purchase amethyst from my website, and I have also performed long crystal healing sessions using amethyst because I have treated people for addictions. And again, this is just a metaphysical and holistic option. This is not intended for substitute any medication or medical treatment. This is a holistic choice. And another thing that amethyst is great for is headaches. I have my own testimonial the other day in Facebook that I posted about how I maintain a chunk of amethyst right beside my bed table, because right beside my bed, on my bed, my table, like the side table I have there, because I use it across my forehead. It relieves me because I'm not taking any medication right from my bed. Like I am just waking up, and I am waking up with this big headache for whatever reason. So I use that chunk of amethyst that I have there for that purpose, and it relieves the pressure and it relieves the pain immediately. Like I will get to wake up with no pain, get to my kitchen, make breakfast, and maybe if I see that the headache will come back or is stronger at a later time, then I will take a medication. But sometimes it's not even necessary because it relieves the pressure. By the time I drink my coffee or I eat my breakfast, that headache has been released. And it is a very comfortable situation to have a tool that is not medicine that you constantly are taking, and there is a point on your life that if you constantly take so much medicine, your body is going to reject it. So what else you going to use? So I try to prevent taking medicine if it's not necessary, and I do consume it when necessary only. So the crystals are another tool that I use for that. And everybody reacts in a different way. So this is something that you can try and see if it works for you. Now, there are many different types of amethyst, and they will help you be your true self in many different ways. For example, you know that I use my famous crystal comfort bags, right? So I have two examples here of crystal comfort bags, and I either will put a pebble like this, which is polished amethyst. I don't know if you can see it. Here in Instagram, these are my bags, and these are some amethyst polished pebbles. And I'm going to give you an example on how these crystals are a great comfort companion. So in this bag, for example, I have different stones, different crystals to work with. This is for self-love, enhancing relationships, right? And also to develop your intuition. So um, besides the amethyst, I have a series of crystals, but I want to show you. I included amethyst in here. I have sodalite, right? Sodalite. I have a labradorite that has a flash somewhere. Let me see. I don't know if I can show the flashy part of it. Let me see if I can find it myself. Oh, it's right here. It's right here, the flashy part. See that? In here, the flashy part. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. That's labradorite. A clear quartz. That's another master healer that we can talk about another day. And of course, rose quartz. So I have a combination of crystals that work together. So I just want to let you know I have 3 certifications as crystal healing practitioner, and I know crystals, quartz and stones since I'm little. So this is not just pure coincidence that I just handpick because I like them. I handpick my crystals because there is a reason how they work together, and I put them in a comforting bag. So there are different materials I use for the bags, and when you get the one with the fabric like this, you can also grab it and go like this, and you don't even have to take the pebbles out or the tumbles out, and it makes a little nice sound between the crystals. It's not going to break because I don't have any raw ones in here. I only do these ones with the polish. And also by doing this with your hand, not only you're enhancing and activating the energy of what this bag is for, but also the touch of it will make you feel good. So this one, for example, the amethyst is working on your intuition, and also it is a healer. So when you are trying to enhance relationships, it's healing anything negative that you have as a person or between people in order to enhance that relationship. It heals also yourself. So for self-love works perfectly. And for healing any past traumas that is not letting you go into your dream relationship or romantic relationship that you're looking for, this is also a perfect bag for that when I include the amethyst in it because of the healing properties that it has. Um, in this other case, I am using amethyst as a psychic attacks protection. I call it the back against psychic vampires. And you know, that is really real because you have to go to different places and somebody will get close to you or talk to you near you, and you feel drained after that. When you get home or right at the moment, you feel like if you don't have any more energy. So that's a psychic vampire, and some of them consciously do it on purpose. Some of them don't even know they are a psychic vampire. So this one has appreciated jasper, which is highly grounding and protecting. It has blue tiger's eye. This is jet. This is the super protection of all times. Pyrite, another super highly protective stone. Smoky quartz. And this one is one of my favorite, and I had it as an example. I have another one right here. It's a black amethyst point, and is a hematite amethyst. So if you notice, it has hematite inclusions in this part of the crystal right here on the clear part. On the clear part, for the people in Instagram, it has hematite inclusions. Okay, so this, nobody can trespass that shield. Nobody. That is a super protection crystal comforting bag. And this is exclusive from Dancing Crowns at this point because a lot of people out there, some of them have crystal bags like this, but none of them will have exactly the crystals that I offer in my website. And believe me, I can make it even more powerful by cleansing it and charging it before I ship it. So it's up to you if you request me to clean it and charge it before it ships, or you can do it yourself when you get the merchandise at home. Another type of amethyst is this one, the Super 7. Actually, this one is a fire amethyst. It's a fire amethyst because it has the reddish, kind of reddish point, if you notice. So look how beautiful this is. This is gorgeous, and it has different crystals growing in the same point. So that's why this amethyst is even more powerful than other types, and is more rare, is more expensive to get. That's from the cacoccinite family. So that one is also is going to be available today. This one is a preview because that is not on my website yet. So if you want to acquire any of these points, they're going to be available on my website later. And this is an exclusive preview for you. So we have from the cacoccinite family and the black amethyst family with hematite inclusions. And the hematite is what makes that amethyst point so dark. Now, you can also use amethyst either near your bed or as a holistic decoration way at home. Look how beautiful this amethyst, druzy amethyst heart is because it's so druzy. And it has great chunky points in the center. If you notice, this is just not any heart. This is a very special druzy amethyst heart. And holistic decoration with crystals is great because the energy that you're adding into your space is wonderful and it works better than a piece of plastic. So why not having crystals as a form of decoration at home, right? I do use amethyst too, and this is another black amethyst. I did it for a project recently, and I'm doing my how to read with pendulum, pendulum for divination course. So I'm using it as a pendulum as well. I put a Herkimer diamond on top, and this is wonderful. So look, this is another way that you can use an amethyst is for making your own pendulum. I do make my own pendulums sometimes, not always. I use also commercial pendulums that I buy in the store. And as a form of jewelry, this one, a lot of people love skulls, so I make skulls jewelry a lot. So this is a nice skull right here with a black amethyst point. I have many black amethyst points right now in stock. So if you are interested in a piece of jewelry, a crystal grid, I have a crystal grid that is including black amethyst points too. So you want to go check out my website, dancingcrownpsychic.com. This one is a very special druzy heart, like the one I showed you previously for home decoration. So this one is in a form of necklace, so you can also buy this. This is a 14 inches leather necklace in a like a gray, silvery gray color. So that one and the skull necklace are great if you want to work with preventing toxic energy near you, any form of toxic energy, stagnant energy. You can use the jewelry with amethyst because it's going to protect you a lot if you're working in a toxic environment or if you're going through hard moments in life. The the amethyst in form of jewelry works fantastically great, and it is so peaceful. So it brings you peace, and you're going to notice that people are going to be changing towards you. People that are usually toxic or hard to deal with or difficult personalities, because there are difficult personalities there without pointing fingers, then people will start kind of changing around you. Now, before we finish this video and we already talk about amethyst and how the amethyst can work in helping you being your true self without putting you in danger, right? Because we got to compromise certain behaviors on being our true selves in order to survive in certain scenarios in a daily basis. Um, and how to use it in different ways for helping us going through that and protecting us from the environment, right? And from other people that are toxic. Then I want to let you know that I want to remind you also that it is very important you clean your crystals constantly. I do, for example, the jewelry I use for work, and try to use my jewelry wisely for different purposes. I try not to repeat the jewelry that I use for a psychic fair for my work or office, stuff like that. So sometimes I do, sometimes I have specific ones that I separate, depending on the occasion. But it is important that you cleanse them in a daily basis. And Palo Santo, it's one of the ways that you can use as a smudge. I love Palo Santo because, first of all, it is a sustainable way of helping other people, other countries. When you buy Palo Santo, you want to buy them from sustainable resources. And also, it smells great. It is one of the best smudges that help with the stagnant energy. It is very powerful, and to clean the crystals and the jewelry, it is fantastic. Definitely. And I usually when I sell my Palo Santo on my website, I include as much as I can a container that is fireproof or hot proof, for you to turn off the Palo Santo in a safe way, okay? So either a shell like this, I have bigger plates that I include also. I have other combos in my website, so you can go check it out. But you want to get something to clean your jewelry with and clean yourself too. Oh, I clean myself with Palo Santo all the time. I love it. It is fantastic. Oh my gosh, the aroma is priceless to have this wood sticks around. I love it so much. So, um, so now we talk about the card of the day, the reflection, the ways that we can meditate about it, and also the different ways that you can use that particular crystal, which is amethyst, in your daily life, and how it can assist you. So, how we can be revealing our true selves? Well, this is a challenge that we all need to meditate about, and you can add it in the comments under the video because I'm going to leave it up. In Instagram, I know the live are going to be down sometimes, so I understand, if I lose the comments later on, because it is hard for the people from Instagram to keep the lives up because they delete. But in Facebook, I'm going to leave it up in my page as a resource. And also, this is going to YouTube. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dancing Crowns, you will be able to see this video as many times as you want. And I want to leave you with that thought. How are you going to be able to reveal your true self, and how you can do it in a daily basis on your own, or if you need help with the crystals, then now you already know how to use the amethyst, or some ideas on how to use the amethyst in your daily basis in order to be able to be a little bit of yourself but at the same time without compromising on getting in trouble or getting affected by others or getting in trouble for others. So yes, so we want to be ourselves, but until what extent we can be our truly selves. So that's something that you want to think about. Is your thought. And I want to see your comments at a later date or today, right after my live. If you have thought about something, please share it with me because I do enjoy when you interact with me because otherwise I feel like talking to myself. So again, this is Leticia from Dancing Crowns. I want to wish you all a very blessed day. Merry meet to the ones that see me for the first time and see you in the next live video. Before we go, remember you can contact me through dancingcrownspsychic.com in the contact page. You can contact me via email, Instagram, Facebook Messenger. So see you in the next time. Blessed be. And this is your witchy dancer. So I'm gonna end Facebook first. All right.